The SEC just made a seismic shift in college football, fundamentally altering its competitive landscape to chase championship glory. But here's where it gets controversial. Was this a strategic masterstroke or a dangerous gamble with player well-being? Starting in the 2026 season, the Southeastern Conference will move to a 9-game conference schedule for its football teams. This decision, announced by the league, is a direct response to the College Football Playoff's CFP new selection criteria, which now places a much heavier emphasis on a team's strength of schedule. This means that simply winning games is no longer enough. Who you beat matters more than ever before. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey explicitly stated that this move is designed to better position the conference's powerhouse teams for playoff contention under these new, more demanding metrics. And this is the part most people miss. By adding another high-stakes conference game, the SEC isn't just increasing the difficulty, it's forcing a national conversation about what truly defines a champion. The new scheduling model will see each team play 3 permanent rivals every year. Think classic matchups like Alabama versus Tennessee, while also rotating through 6 other SEC opponents. This clever structure ensures teams face every other conference member at least once every 2 years and play a home and away series with every opponent every 4 years, dramatically improving competitive balance and giving fans more opportunities to see all the teams. Furthermore, in a huge boost for schedule strength, every SEC school must now also schedule at least 1 non-conference game per season against another major conference opponent like the Big Ten or Big 12, or against independent football powerhouse Notre Dame. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: the immense physical toll this will take on student-athletes. Sankey openly acknowledged the lack of universal agreement, conceding that coaches are rightly concerned about the increased competitive demands and the wear and tear on their players. This leads to a critical question for all fans. Is the pursuit of a playoff spot worth the potential cost to player health and safety? We want to hear your thoughts in the comments. By aligning with other major conferences that already play 9 league games, the SEC ensures its teams have equal opportunity to rack up those valuable quality wins the playoff committee now craves. This leaves the ACC as the sole remaining Power 4 conference, sticking with an 8-game schedule, a decision that could potentially hurt its team's playoff resumes. Sankey positioned this as a leadership move, stating that the SEC has a responsibility to play a challenging slate of games, both within the conference and outside of it. The timing is no accident, as the CFP is set to introduce a new record strength metric in 2025 that rewards teams for beating good opponents more than it punishes them for losing to them. Sankey criticized the old "just don't lose" mentality as unhealthy for the sport, advocating instead for a system that honors the courage to schedule tough games. But here's a controversial interpretation. Is this new system actually fair, or does it simply favor the richest and deepest conferences like the SEC, creating a wider gap between the haves and have-nots? Finally, looking at the bigger picture, the SEC has firmly staked its claim on the future of the playoff itself, publicly advocating for expansion to a 16-team format. However, when confronted with more radical proposals from other conferences, like models featuring 24 or even 28 teams, Sankey struck a more cautious tone. He highlighted a host of serious logistical, economic, and player safety concerns that must be thoroughly evaluated before the league would ever consider such a massive jump. So what do you think? Is a 9-game SEC schedule a brilliant adaptation for the modern era, or an unnecessary risk? And is a 16-team playoff the perfect size, or should college football think even bigger? Share your opinion below.